Okay, let us revise the previous class content, guys. Okay. In the previous class, we have started association analysis. Okay, this is the fifth unit, guys. Okay, here mainly we will have two types of questions, that is peak growth and a priori algorithm. These two are the main important questions. Okay, before going to discuss about those questions, let us start the introduction. Okay, here this is the syllabus for the association analysis. Mainly we are going to discuss frequent item set generation. In that, a priori algorithm and a peak growth algorithm we are going to discuss, guys. Okay, after that, how we are going to generate the rules from the frequent item sets. Okay, we are going to see in the next coming classes. Okay, normally, guys, every day, okay, in the business enterprises, lots of huge amount of data is collected in the form of different operations. Okay, if you take the example of basket transaction. Okay, here it is having the different transactions. Here in the figure we have the five transactions, and each transaction what are the items they have purchased, that is represented. Okay, in the first transaction bread and milk, and second transaction, okay, bread, diaper, beer, eggs. Likewise, five items has been purchased here. Okay, if you observe here, guys, we will have the different frequent item sets. We can find it here. Okay, different frequent item sets. For observe, if you observe here, diaper and beer, that is there in the transaction 2, diaper, beer. Third transaction also it is contains, and fourth transaction also the same items, that is diaper and beer are there. Okay, from this one we can find that diaper and beer is a one frequent item set. Likewise, we will have the different frequent item sets. From this one, we can form the association rule, like whenever we have purchased the diaper, we are going to purchase the beer. Whenever we are going to purchase the diaper, we are going to purchase the beer. This is the one type of association rule. And first foremost thing that we have to find out in the association analysis is frequent item set finding. This one is, if you take this example, this is the item set, that is frequent item set. Okay, out of five transaction, in the three transaction this is repeated. Okay, and what is the association rule from this one is, association rule we can find it from the frequent item set. Okay, what is the association rule we got is, okay, whenever we purchase the diapers, we are going to purchase the beer, guys. This is the one association rule. Okay, right. Okay, the previous example is related to the market basket. Okay, in the table we have the transaction ID as well as the items we have purchased by given per customer. Okay, first transaction is related to the one customer, and second transaction is related to another customer. Third transaction is related to the another customer's price. Okay, these are the items that is purchased by five persons. First transaction is first person, second transaction second person. Likewise, what is the motto of this association rule is to finding the unknown results, guys. Okay, that will be useful in the business analysis. For suppose, okay, how we are going to use this rule to improve the business means, whenever they have purchased the beer, okay, whenever they have purchased the diaper, they have purchased the beer. That is the association rule. How we are going to use in the business means, okay, in the shop, if in these two items we have to maintain, then obviously the business will be improved. For suppose, okay, I have maintained only one diaper, I haven't placed this beer in my shop. Obviously, the two times the customer will come, and the second third time onwards, okay, he will go for the other shop. The both things are maintained. Okay, that is the thing. That is why, okay, these association rules will be helpful in the improving the business. Suppose if they maintain the both the items, obviously the customer's frequency is also increases price. Okay, in this way it will be helpful in the business improvement. Okay, let us see what is the definition related to the association analysis. Okay, association analysis is nothing but discovering the interesting relationship that is hidden in the huge amount of data sets. Okay, discovering the unknown results. Okay, uncovered results or interesting relationship in the huge amount of data set that we call them as a association analysis. Okay, normally guys, these are uncovered relationship, okay, that is interesting relationship that will be represented in the form of association rules or frequent item sets. Association rules are frequent. By using this one, we are going to represent the association analysis. If you take the example of the previous one, okay, that is what is the frequent item set here in these set of transactions of 5 transactions, that is diapers and the beer are the frequent item sets. Okay, from that, what is the rule we have generated? Okay, whenever they purchase the diapers, they are going to purchase the beer. That is the association rule, so we found out from the given data set. Okay, how you are going to improve in the business means, if you place these 2 items in the our items, obviously the business will be improved. But suppose I have maintained only one item, means obviously the customer comes for that twice. Okay, on the third time also he won't come for the our shop. Okay, he will go for the shop that is there, the 2 items are available, right? The same example here, guys. Okay, basket transactions. Okay, 5 transactions are there. What is the frequent item set means? Diapers and beer. Okay, these 2 items are repeated twice. Okay, in the 5 transactions, what is the association rule we got is that the diapers, whenever they purchase the diapers, they are going to purchase the beer. Okay, uh, okay, if at all anybody not listened in the previous class, just concentrate it, guys. You can easily understand. Simple thing. Okay. Okay. Here, what is the problem definition means? This will be used in the association analysis and represent the description task here, guys. For representation of the task, okay, we are going to use the binary representation. Okay, or in the binary format, we are going to represent the overall transactional data in the form of rows and the columns. The rows will represent the transaction details, okay, and the columns will represent the items. Okay, here in this binary representation, guys, one represents the item is present, okay, and the zero will represent the item is not purchased, guys. Okay, if you see the example related to that one, you can easily understand how we are going to represent the overall information in the form of binary representation. Okay, here the information will be represented in the form of rows and the columns. Okay, the rows will corresponding to the transaction, and the columns will corresponding to the items. Okay, one represents item we have purchased, and zero represents we have not purchased the particular item, guys. Okay, let us see the diagrammatical representation for the binary. Okay, here is the normal representation. How we are going to represent that one in the binary form means, okay, here we have the different transactions. Okay, and we will have the different attributes. Okay, rows represents transaction, columns represents items. Here, beer, bread, milk, diaper, eggs, and the coke are the items that is there in the supermarket. Okay, first transaction, they have not purchased the beer. Okay, and they have purchased the bread, and they have purchased the milk, and they have not purchased the diaper and eggs and coke also they have not purchased. Okay, one represents means that particular item is purchased. Zero represents they have not purchased that particular item. Likewise, for the second transaction, the beer is purchased, bread is purchased, diapers is purchased, eggs is purchased. Okay, they have not purchased the coke as well as milk. Okay, zero means not purchased the item, one means they have purchased the item. values. In this way, we can represent the overall information of farmer binary. Okay. Okay. Here, the item set represents the set of the items that is there in the supermarket, guys. Okay. The transaction represents the set of all the transactions. Here, transactions are represented with a T. It contains the transaction from T1 to Tn. Okay. Item set I represents that set of all the items that is there in the supermarket. I want to ID. Here, D means D number of items will be there in the supermarket. Okay, this is the item set and this is the transaction set. Okay, transaction set contains all the transactions. Item set contains the items that are there in the supermarket. Okay, for suppose guys, in the each transaction, okay, we cannot we won't all the items we cannot purchase. Okay, and that is why the transaction contains the only the subset of items that is there in the sometimes guys in the some in transactions we can purchase all the items also. Okay, that will depend. Normally the transaction ta contains the subset of items that is there in the if you observe here. Okay, here normally here six items there in the supermarket, but in the transaction one I have purchased only two items. That is a subset of overall item set. That is the statement meaning guys here. Okay. Okay, and a collection of one or more items we call them as a k item set. For example, milk, bread, diaper, that is a k item set guys. Here only we have taken the three items out of six items, that we call them as a k item set. Okay. Okay, resuming the term. Okay, okay. In this association analysis, guys, the first and the foremost thing we have to know is the support count. What is meant by the support count? Okay, the number of transactions that contains in a particular item set, that we call them as a support count. Okay, support count means the number of transactions that contain in a particular item set. Okay, for suppose, okay, we have the, if you take this example, we have the different transactions. Okay, we have the different transaction. For suppose support count of bread means, okay, how many times this bread is repeated in the all the transaction we have to count. For suppose bread one time, two time, three times, four times, that is the support count of bread. Likewise, I want to know the support count of bread and milk. For suppose one time it is repeated bread milk, it is milk is not there. Okay, here also bread milk, here is bread milk is there, and here also bread milk. What is the support count of bread milk means? Three times. Okay, in the all the transaction, how many times that particular item set is repeated, we call them as a, okay, support count guys. Okay, here bread milk, what is the support count? Support count is three. Here it is repeated here in the first transaction. The fourth transaction also it is repeated, and fifth transaction also it is repeated. That is why the support count for bread milk is three guys. Okay. Okay, it is a number of transaction. Okay, suppose, okay, where it will be means x means the overall items, that is bread milk. Suppose, okay, that is a subset of overall transaction, and transaction will be belong to overall transaction. Ta means that is a one transaction that is belong to ta. Okay, this is the mathematical representation for the support count. Okay, how many transaction, the how many transaction that x item set is repeated, that we call them as a support count. Okay, here this symbol we are going to use it for the support count for x. Okay, X is a subset of items. X is a subset of items. Okay. For suppose if you take the example for milk bread diaper, okay, what is the support count for milk bread diaper? Let us see in the transaction milk bread diapers, milk, mm, milk bread diapers. Here it is one time repeated. Milk bread diaper, it is two times repeated. What is the support count of milk bread diaper? Is 2. Milk bread diaper, that is 2. Okay, likewise bread and diaper, let us see the how what is the support count for the bread and diaper. Bread diaper, here one time repeated. Bread diaper, okay, bread diaper two times repeated. Bread diaper three times. What is the support count of bread diapers? Is 3. Okay, that is the answer. Bread diapers is 3. Okay, and the milk beer coke, what is the support count? Milk beer coke, milk beer coke, milk beer coke, milk, yeah, tell me. Milk beer coke, one time. Milk beer coke less లేదు. Milk beer లేదు. Okay, that is one time it is repeated, guys. Okay, in this way we are going to find out the support count, guys. In this way we are going to find out the support. Understand, guys, what is the support count means? Okay, the particular item set that is how many times that is repeated in the transaction, that we call them as a support count. This is the mathematical representation for that one. How many transactions? Okay, here X is a subset of items. For that we are going to find out the support count. Okay, that will be a subset of transaction. Okay, and the transactions belong to the overall transactions. Understand this one, guys, right? Okay, let us proceed to the next transaction. So next slide. Okay, association rule. Okay, the association rule will be expressed in the form of X tends to Y. Okay, here X and Y are disjoint items, means there is no common point in between the transaction X and X and Y. Okay, that is an implication expression, guys. Okay, here the intersection between the X and Y is null set, guys. Okay, here the association rule will be expressed in the form of X to Y. Here X and Y are disjoint item set, means there is no common point in between these two item sets. That is why X intersection Y is null set. Okay, and moreover that after forming this association rule, and its strength will be we have to measure. How we are going to measure the strength of this association rule means with the help of support and confidence. Okay, with the help of this support and confidence, we are going to measure the strength of the association rules. Okay, let us know what is meant by support and what is meant by confidence in the next coming slides. Okay, what is meant by support means, okay, it determines how the rule is applicable for the given data set. Okay, we can say that it's like a fraction of transaction that contains the particular item set. The fraction of transaction that contains a particular item set. Okay, item set అనేది ఉన్న ఓవరాల్ గా ఉన్న ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ లో how many times it is repeated, that we call them as a support, guys. Okay, confidence means, okay, this is how we are going to calculate, means the frequency of items Y appear in the transaction X, that we call them as a confidence, guys. Okay, here the association rule from X to Y. Okay, from that confidence, how we are going to calculate is the frequency of items Y that appear in the X, guys. Okay, that we call them as a confidence. Let us see the mathematical way of representation for the support and confidence. Okay, here the support, how we are going to calculate it. Support, okay, x to y association rule that can be calculated by support count of x union y by overall number of transactions. Overall number of transaction. Here n is the number of transaction. Okay, association rule that is start from x to y. Okay, the support of x to y equal to the support count of x union y by number of transaction, that is we call them as a support. And confidence of x to y that can be calculated by the support count of x union y by support count of x. Okay, that is the formula for confidence, guys. By using these two formulas we are going to measure the association rule strength, that is x to y strength. We are going to calculate the strength of x to y by using support and confidence. This is the formula for support and this is the formula for confidence. Here the symbol that represents the support, guys. Okay, we have already seen the what is meant by support count also. Okay, that is the number of times the transaction, that item set is repeated in the overall transaction, that we call them as a support. This formula you have to remember, guys. Okay, that is support and confidence. Okay. Let us take one example how you are going to calculate the support and how you are going to calculate the confidence, guys. Okay, then you can easily understand what is meant by support and what is meant by confidence, how we are going to calculate that. Okay, let us see one example related to how to calculate the support and confidence for a given association. Okay, here my association rule is milk and diaper. Whenever they purchase the milk and diaper, they are going to purchase the beer. This is my association rule, guys. I want to calculate the support and confidence for this one. Okay, I want to calculate the support and confidence for this one. Okay, here, what is the formula for support and support? That is the support count of x union y by number of transaction. That is the formula for support. Okay, that is milk diaper beer. That is union of this. This is x and this is y. The union of this one is milk diaper and beer. Okay, the support count of milk diaper beer by how many transactions are there? 5 transactions are there. Okay, how many times it is repeated in the overall transaction? Let us see. Milk diaper beer. Okay, milk diaper beer, milk diaper beer. Okay, milk the milk diaper beer is this one. Okay, milk diaper beer ఎక్కడెక్కడ repeat అయింది? Milk diaper beer here one time is repeated. Milk diaper beer, milk diaper beer here is one time and here is the second time. These two times milk diaper beer will be there, milk diaper beer will be there. Okay, however, two transactions out of how many transactions are there? 5 transactions. That is the support calculation. That is 2 by 5. That is the calculation of support, guys. That is point 4. Likewise, how we are going to calculate the confidence? Here is the confidence formula, that is okay, support count of x union y by support count of x. ఓకే, ఇంతకు ముందు వచ్చేపాటికి మనం n పెట్టుకుంటాం, మన నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ పెట్టుకుంటాం. బట్ హియర్ ఓకే, ఫర్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు యూస్ ద డినామినేటర్ as ఓకే సపోర్ట్ కౌంట్ ఆఫ్ x. ఓకే, that is the support count of milk diaper beer, that is same previous గా మనం మెజర్ చేసింది, that is 2. Okay, and support count of x, what is the x here? Here is the x, that is milk and diaper. Okay, milk and diaper is the x and y is the beer. Okay, support count of x kabatti what is the x here? Milk and diaper. How many times this milk and diaper repeated in the for overall 5 transaction? Let us see. Milk and diaper. Milk diaper, milk diaper, milk diaper ఎన్నిసార్లు రిపీట్ అయింది? 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Okay, milk diaper example. 3 times అండి. ఓకే 5 కాదు అది. ఓకే దట్ ఈస్ 2/3. 2/3 కాబట్టి 0.67 వచ్చిందండి. 2/3 కాబట్టి 0.67, right? Understand guys? 2/3. 3 times the milk diaper is repeated. Okay, milk diaper beer is repeated 2 times. That is why the support count is 2/3. That is 0.67. Understand guys? In this way, we are going to calculate the support and confidence for a given association rule. Here, what is the association rule here? Milk and diaper tends to B. Okay, here X is this one and Y is this one. What is the formula for the support count? That is support formula is support count of X union Y. That is milk, diaper, beer. Okay, by how many transactions are there? Okay, in this milk, diaper, beer is repeated by 2 times, that is 2/5. Coming to the confidence for the given transaction, that is milk, diaper tends to beer. Okay, the support count of X union Y, that is milk, diaper, beer by the support count of X. Here is the X, that is milk, diaper. Okay, 2/3 is the answer we got it, that is 0.67. Okay, in this way we are going to measure the support and confidence for the association rules. Here is the association rule. Okay, let us proceed for the next slide. Okay, how we are going to discover the association rules, guys? Okay, here the overall set of transaction is T. Okay, the goal of association rule mining is to find the all the rules, okay, that satisfy these expressions. That is support count is greater than or equal to minimum support count, minimum support, that is a threshold thing, and the confidence is greater than the minimum minimum confidence, that we call them as another rule, guys. Okay, we have to find out the all the rules, okay, that satisfy these support and confidence. Okay, these two are the threshold values. By using this one, we are going to find out the association. Normally, guys, we have the set of huge number of association rules. In that, which one is the good one? How we are going to calculate is by this support and confidence formulas. The support is greater than the or equal to the minimum support, and the confidence is greater than the minimum confidence. Guys. Okay. By using these two rules, we are going to find out the best association rules. Okay, normally for the brute force approach, the mining association rules is to complete the support and confidence for the every possible rule. For all the possible rules, we are going to calculate the support and confidence. Okay, based on that these conditions, we are going to find out the mining association rules. That is, support count is greater than or equal to minimum support, and confidence is greater than or equal to minimum confidence. Okay, by applying these two rules to this association rules, we are going to find out the mining association. Normally, guys, for the given set of items, we will have the huge number of association rules. Okay, in that, which one is the best one? We are going to calculate with the help of these two conditions, that is minimum support and minimum confidence.
Sir, what a taste should marinate.
Let us proceed to the next slide. Okay. Normally, guys, the number of possible rules how we are going to calculate for a given data set is okay that contains the d number of items is r equal to 3 power d minus 2 power d plus 1 plus 1. This much number of possible rules we can get it. For suppose for our data set here, that is we have only 5 transactions are there. Okay, how many items will be there? 6 items. Okay, here d is 6, guys. Why? Because here how many items sets will be there? Beer 1, bread 2, milk 3, diaper 4, eggs 5, coke 6. How many items are there? 6 items. Okay, if you apply this here to our equation, that is uh, here how many items are there? B means items. Here 6 items will be there. Okay, how many possible rules will be there? 3 power 6 minus 2 power d plus 1, that is 7 plus 1, that is power 602. A set of possible rules will be there. Okay, 602 set of possible rules will be there for if the item set consists of d items. Here d is 6. That is why how many possible rules were there? 3 power 6 minus 2 power d plus 1, that is 7 plus 1. Overall, 602 possibilities of rules will be there. Okay, in that how you are going to calculate which is the best one means based on the support and confidence. Okay, by using this one support and confidence, we are going to reduce the number of possible rules.